Welcome gamers to the grimdark future of Warhammer 40,000, where humanity is besieged on all fronts, and the galaxy is ravaged by the endless war. Today we're diving into Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2, a game that fully embraces the savage, unrelentless nature of this brutal universe. Developed by Saber Interactive and published by Focus Entertainment, this sequel takes the original foundation and elevates it with more visceral combat, large-scale battles, and a captivating visual and auditory experience that will make your blood pump and your adrenaline surge. Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2 picks up over a century after the events of the first game, and the plot throws you directly into the fires of war. You step back into the role of Primaris Titus, a legendary figure now reborn as the Primaris Space Marine. A super soldier evolved beyond even his previous self. Once branded a heretic and sent to the Death Watch, Titus returns to Space Marines 2 as a battle-hardened warrior, ready to face the overwhelming threat of the Tyranids, a relentless alien swarm that devours everything in its path. This title is set in the planet of Kadaku, where the story ignites with the fierce confrontation between Titus and the Tyranid invasion. After being the lone survival of a suicidal battle, Titus is rescued and reinstated into the Ultramarines chapter, now stronger, faster, and more resilient as a Primaris Marine. And while the plot might initially seem like your typical save-the-world space opera, Space Marine 2 manages to inject emotional depth and intrigue into the narrative. Titus' past looms large, his reputation tarnished, his fellow Space Marines suspicious of him, and the game's dialogue touches the themes of honor, duty, and redemption, giving us more than just a hollow space action but a glimpse into the emotional and personal stakes into the Warhammer universe. And while the character development might not be the deepest element in the game, the narrative tone successfully reflects the bombast and the skill fans have come to expect from Warhammer 40,000. It's not Shakespearean, but it's undeniably entertaining in its portrayal of brotherhood, sacrifice, and the ceaseless struggle of humanity's survival. The grim gothic aesthetic permeates every inch of the game's atmosphere, creating a world dripping in dark grandeur, where towering cathedrals meet the monstrous bio-horrors of the Tyranids. One of the first things you'll notice about this game is how visually stunning the game is, as Saber Interactive has done an incredible job of bringing Warhammer 40,000 universe to life. The environments from the Tower Imperial cities, with their gothic spires to the grotesque organic infections of the Tyranids, are intricately detailed and drenched in atmosphere. The universe feels alive, oppressive, and grim, where humanity is teetering on the edge of destruction. Every inch of the game screams Warhammer 40,000, from the architecture to the hulking Space Marines and their elaborate power armors. The character models are beautifully crafted, with the Space Marines themselves appearing as towering, unstoppable behemoths. Titus in particular feels appropriately larger than life, his new Primaris upgrade making him look and feel more imposing than ever. And the Tyranids, the primary antagonists in the game, are genuinely terrifying, swarming in grotesque masses that never fail to invoke awe and dread. And then there's the sound design. This game's audio design is nothing short of spectacular. The moment you fire up your bolter or rep your chains rolled, the weapons have a weighty visceral feel that echoes throughout your bones. Explosions boom with thunderous ferocity, and the roars of your enemies are guttural and raw. And when it comes to the gameplay, Warhammer 40,000 Space Marines 2 masterfully blends both melee and range combat, and delivers a seamless and brutally satisfying combat system that feels fast-paced and relentless. Titus is a walking war machine, and the game does an excellent job of making you feel powerful, yet not invisible. Combat flows effortlessly between shooting and melee, allowing you to mix it up depending on the situation. And melee combat is where the game shines the brightest, as you're armed with iconic weapons like the Chains Roll, the Thunder Hammer, and the Power Fist. Titus can slide, crush, and pulverize his enemies in some of the most visceral combat seen in a Warhammer game, as you're not just swinging a weapon, you're partaking in what can only be described as a brutal ballet of violence, where executions are gory spectacles that not only satisfy visual, but also provide a tactical benefit like restoring armor. And these moments of execution offer a break from the relentless assault, rewarding you for your brutality while keeping the momentum rolling. And on the range side, the game offers a robust arsenal, from bolt rifles that pack satisfying punch to multi-meltas that scorch through the hordes of enemies. The gameplay is solid, responsive, and equally as satisfying as melee, especially when you mix both combat styles to create fluid, devastating combos. And tactical choices come into your play as you switch between weapons on the fly, deciding whether to unleash close-quarter carnage or when to thin the hordes from afar with a precise shot. And the game's combat also incorporates reaction-based mechanics like dodging and parrying, giving you a tactical edge in battle. And if you time your movement perfectly, gun strikes allow for critical hits, rewarding precise and skillful play. It's a combat system that is easy to pick up but offers a depth that keeps you engaged. The single-player campaign is a linear, action-packed affair, taking you to a series of grandiose battles and well-designed set pieces, and each level brings its own unique flavor, whether it's holding back waves of Tyranids or storming enemy strongholds. The campaign, although relatively straightforward, is bolstered by the sheer intensity of the action, but where this game truly shines is in its sense of skill, as this game throws you into battles where you are often outnumbered and outgunned, yet through skill and strategy, you cover your enemies like a true Primaris Space Marine. And the campaign allows for 3-player co-op, which brings a whole new dimension to the game. Coordinating with friends to take down massive enemies or overcome particularly tough hordes elevates the experience. However, playing solo can sometimes feel less rewarding due to AI companions occasionally failing to prioritize key objectives or enemies. And after you finish the campaign, Space Marine 2 doesn't stop there, as the game features multiplayer mode offering both cooperative and competitive experiences. And the Operations mode allowing you to tackle replayable missions that grant experience points and unlock new weapons, abilities, and cosmetics for your Marines. For those looking for a competitive challenge, the game offers a PvP mode, a 6 vs 6 mode where Space Marines battle it out against their corrupted counterparts. In my opinion, Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2 is a brutal, thrilling, and deeply satisfying experience that fully immerses players into a dark and deadly universe of Warhammer 40,000. And while it may not deliver the deepest storytelling, its visceral combat, impressive skill, and variety of modes offer countless hours of entertainment. For me, the game is an 8 out of 10. If you're a fan of action games or Warhammer 40,000 universe, then this is the game I can definitely recommend to you. If you've played it, did you like it, would you recommend it? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching till the end. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a great day.